Right, so today I'm going to fit my Hydro handbrake for the last time. It's just your typical Chinese unit. I've replaced the master cylinder with a trailer brake one, just your $10 ones. Typically they come with this style of handbrake, and you can buy these reservoirs for them, but obviously the trailer brake ones, they have a reservoir built into them. And then yeah, getting rid of the handle, and I've laser cut these RB gang ones that come up pretty much the center of the steering wheel. So this one's zinc plated, but I'm doing a lot of powder coated ones soon, so look out for them. And then I'm obviously going to run my hydro base that I do through RB Factory. These are 6mm laser cut mild steel, 4 tapped holes to bolt to the Chinese master cylinder down onto them. This is Gen 2, so it doesn't have the cutout in them. A little bit heavier, but it allows you to fit ASD or Willwood type master cylinders, or even GK Tech ones if you want to run them. Comes with all the bolts. Just got the bolts in the ashtray so I don't lose them, but we'll fit it all soon. Designed these specifically to be able to bolt on, still fit the boot over it. Just the T5's in a shit spot because it's not really in the right spot yet. But if you can imagine, I'll just pull it down so you can see it. But yeah, you get the boot back on, and then get the cylinder next to it, and then put the console back over it. You'll have to trim a bit of the corner out of the console to get it in. It does stick through it. Most track cars that I've seen don't actually have an interior in it, but I like interiors, so I'll be trimming them up. Right, so we'll begin fitting it. You don't need to remove the park brake, but you'll need to take the console and the other trims out. I won't put the boot back in because I'm still doing the gearbox bracket for the barra swap, so it's got a T5 in it. Where the pin comes out kind of stops the boot from going back in. So with the kit you get these little M6 button heads and 6mm flat washers, and these are what hold the mount to the floor. So they screw in right there. Just the carpet's a bit dodgy in this thing. Way. We can try and get the carpet back under it now. I know it's a 31, but still going to be quite neat. Right, now that we got the bolts started, we can start to tighten them up. And then we can work on fitting the Chinese hydro setup in. Right, now that we've got the base in, we can start putting the hydro in. I like to pull them apart, it just makes it easier to get to the bolts. But you can put them in complete. Mine was like everything finger tight anyway, so pretty much just wound it apart in my hands. But yeah, these are the M8x12 button head cap screws that come with the kit to hold these bases down. So they just go in the 4 holes. down tight. So originally this trailer brake thing came with one of these clevises, so it wasn't going to be any use to us. I've just used another M8 by 75mm button head cap screw and shimmed it with an 8mm and a 10mm washer, so it's nice and tight in there. And then, yeah, stolen the clevis off the Chinese master cylinder and then jammed it in. So we'll put that in. Right, so now that we've got the base on and all that jazz, we can put the trim back in. I've already pre-cut mine, but you can do a bit of backwards and forwards and work out where to cut it. You could probably cut a lot less than what I've cut out of mine. Once I put the RB back in it, we can put the rubber back on and then have the two bolts for that. But you can see roughly how much it needs to be cut out of it. I've just cut the back out to be able to get access to the bolts in future, and you'll have to cut up a bit to allow for the handle. But all in all, it's not too bad. So the brake, I've bent the brake over a little bit because I used to have this big master cylinder on it, and then when you're pulling the park brake up, it used to foul on the lip. But with a smaller master cylinder, you probably won't need that. So it still works, so I should still have a park brake for when I put it on the trailer and whatnot. So this is the handle. It's 430mm from the top to the bottom pivot point, and then your 8mm plate, and then a mild steel, and then this one I've got zinc plated, but I'm doing a batch where I'm just going to powder coat them black. I think it's 55mm wide, so it fits in the palm of your hand, not too bad. And the shape of the letters actually fits your hand pretty well, gives you somewhere nice to grab. But we'll get her in, just slots in. That's the only reason I really did it 8mm was that that was the width of the original handle, so it's pretty much stiff as. And I'm going to get the pin into the master cylinder. This really weak circlip, we can put that back on. That should hold it all there. And then we can take away a lot of this side to side slack by tightening the bolt up. So not too tight that it drags, but tight enough that it takes away some of the slop. This thing's still going to run 300mm forward rotors, and then the factory caliper, so I've got a working park brake, and then a pair of VS calipers for the hydraulic handbrake. Currently no one supplies a braided line kit for an R31, so I'm looking at bringing them out pretty soon. So hopefully the next video will be fitting the EL drill kit on it, so you can see how it goes on, and then by then I should be back onto the RB, so it'll have the 5-speed back in the right spot so I can put the boot back in properly, and then I should have the braided lines, and I should have a console, so we'll have the interior all back together with the hydraulic handbrake and a dual caliper set up on the car. Thanks for watching. Hydro bases and handles are available on my Shopify store or my eBay store. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with all the other random things that happen. And yeah, I'll work on bringing another video out for the dual caliper setup kit soon.